The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
This is one that is very, very exciting for me personally, fans. Very, very exciting for me on a personal level, because it was just a few weeks ago that both of these combatants, both Grant Watts and his opponent here tonight, no stranger to Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre fans, in CJ Tino, competed at the NJPW Academy Showcase at the LA Dojo. You see the shirt that Grant Watts just removed. It was a 3-month intensive, a 3-month training camp under some of the very best in the world. So excited to see how these athletes have matured in the interim.
From Boston, Massachusetts, the Deadlift King, 551 CJ.
We will try to remain as impartial as possible, but that is my Boston boy, that is my masshole, and that is Mr. 551 CJ Tino, also rocking that NJPW Academy shirt. Tino teaming with Alan Breeze in a losing effort to the Krusty Crew, and Grant Watts falling to Cameron Gates in a 3-way that also included Casey Ferrara. So in addition to being a showcase of the Academy Showcase, both of these athletes really got a chip on their shoulder. They got something to prove. They want to find victory that they could not find in the King of Sports, as we welcome Ario Amin back to the booth.
Very good to be back. Very happy to be running around. Honestly, Jordan Castle, I can't wait for this match.
Getting your cardio, and I was just telling the people, my friend, I cannot wait for this match. These are fantastic athletes who have a very strong bond, who share one notable thing in common, and that is that they are graduates of the NJPW Academy, sitting under the learning tree, of the likes of Fred Rosser, Kushida, Bateman, Rocky Romero, the DKC, some of the very best in the world, and something tells me it's rubbed off on both of these athletes.
Already seeing a lot of that work in action right now, Jordan Castle. What amazing grappling we're already starting off with.
Again, CJ Tino, a little more familiar to Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre fans. Previously saw him compete in the Golden Road tournament, saw him in singles competition against one Tommy Wilson before that. Grant Watts making his debut here tonight, not a native of San Diego, not even a native of California, a North Carolina boy. So it'll be very interesting to see if we see some of that southern scrappiness come into play here. Nice crucifix. Trying to finish it early, but only a 2.
What a speed these two, Jordan Castle. I mean, I know you have first-hand experience to watch these two men in combat already, but seeing them face-to-face like this, truly we are seeing some professional wrestling.
And worth pointing out, there were 2 weeks of NJPW Academy after the showcase was completed. 2 weeks might not sound like a lot, but again, when you're in there with Fred Rosser, when you're in there with Kushida, 2 weeks is a lifetime of knowledge to glean. So it'll be very interesting to see how they've grown in those couple of short weeks.
The strength, the psychology, the countering. All of these considerations, these men are making lightning-fast decisions on the fly.
Talk about lightning fast, talk about strength. I would say that Grant Watts, the smaller man with the decided speed advantage, CJ Tino with the decided power advantage. Both of these men definitely going to have to rely on the opposition of their game here tonight. Nice Irish whip there from Grant, sending the big man into the corner, but up and over goes Tino off the ropes. Leapfrog from Watts. 1 from Tino. Grant Watts went for the clothesline, but instead gets caught in the Russian leg sweep. Tino there, not to be outdone, rolls through, pinning predicament. but only a 2.
Grant Watts did not want to end that quickly.
And I gotta say, CJ Tino has never been a slow competitor per se. He's never been a sluggish competitor, but the speed of CJ Tino here in the early going, it's really sticking out to me. He has earned that speed. He has gained that speed, no doubt through his time in the NJPW Academy.
Through their hard-fought battles throughout the years, they have felt their energy, their power, their experience grow more and more. But with each other right now in this match, they can only leave with more to provide for the wrestling community here in Southern California.
How about the intensity on behalf of CJ Tino? A very friendly, amicable competitor, as we've seen. Jaw-jacking with Grant Watts this early on in the contest, saying, show me what you got, give it to me.
They're putting the best out of each other right now, Jordan Castle. They want to see how far they can push one another.
That's exactly right, and Grant Watts returning the jaw-jacking in kind. Back and forth we go. Talk about strong style, Ario.
Tit for tat, strike for strike. Like the test of and is firing up now with continuous strikes to CJ Tino.
Yeah, CJ Tino has a tattoo on his back. I think he's going to have a tattoo. Nice suplex there. Northern Lights, but a kick out.
Gorgeous bridge there, too. These men are technical. Once again, Grant Watts in particular, the technical wizard for a reason.
You said that nickname during your ring announcement for a reason, my friend. As I was saying, Tino with a tattoo on his back, might have a tattoo on his chest in the shape of Grant Watts' handprint. By the time this one is over, the technical wizard, the pure heart, currently twisting Tino into a proverbial pretzel here, Ario.
You might have to see these two men leave with scars that they will never forget coming from each other.
Oh my goodness. Wrenching at the fingers here, nearly breaking the digits off the finger. We talk about the deadlift power of CJ Tino. It's why he's called Mr. 551. He's not going to be able to lift anything, much less 551 pounds once Watts has his way.
That powerful grip is so important, and Grant Watts knows he has to cut that power directly in half, destroying that arm.
Talking about cutting the power in half, might cut the arm in half.
Oh.
Unrelenting is Grant Watts, showing no mercy.
A brutal surgeon. Every part he's trying to destroy. Working on the leg now even. What a monster.
Wrenching the leg back and forth. I thought for a minute maybe he'd go for the Boston Crab instead. Keeping Tino on his toes, and now wrenching the leg backward. Shoulders of Tino down. It's got to be careful he doesn't get caught. That was a close one, Ario. Of course, we have to acknowledge Tino, the hometown boy, has made a home here in San Diego, in the greater San Diego area. So certainly has the Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre faithful on his side. Certainly the sentimental favorite. Will be interesting to see how that comes into play.
With this crowd here too, they definitely feel CJ Tino lives and breathes San Diego.
Well, Grant Watts might not be breathing at all after that uppercut. Cut him in the neck.
Vicious exchange of European uppercuts right now. Truly tanks, taking so much of a barrage right now that's still standing.
Talk a lot about Bateman, one of the trainers at NJPW Academy. He is all about smash over flash, and that is what we're seeing here, my friend. Unbridled intensity, unbridled fighting spirit on display from Tino. Nice drop kick, picture perfect, and he's only getting faster.
Grant is truly bringing out the best of CJ Tino right now. Look at this power. He's feeling it right now, and the energy of this amazing Skyfire Pro crowd.
He's got him up, he's got him down. Into the cover goes Tino. And a kick out from Watts.
It'll take a lot more than that. Of course, Grant Watts is making his Skyfire Pro debut right now. He wants to make it count for all the people out here today.
Tino has him measured. Springboard, nobody home. We mentioned the speed of Grant Watts, so quick getting out of dodge. A big enziguri kick there from CJ Tino. One from Grant Watts, and both men down.
Trying to use all of their body, all of their heart and spirit to win and knock down their opponents, yet both are struggling to get up at this point.
Yeah, you see Grant Watts wiggling the fingers, trying to either get some feeling back in that hand or make sure there is feeling left in the arm. Shots to the neck, landings like that on the neck are no joke.
Jordan Castle, you can see right now on the bodies of both these men, the canvas that's been painted in red right now.
Oh, man. Back suplex from Grant Watts. Calls himself the Pure Heart, not looking very pure of heart right now with this viciousness.
Mr. 551 is reeling.
Oh! And he's got to be done. That's it. Count to 100. No! Tino survives.
Never count out, but get the king, baby.
You know, I talked to CJ Tino in the back before this match. I said, what should I expect? What is your strategy? I did my duty as a broadcast journalist, and he said, Jordan, simply put, I'm gonna cook. And that is what we're seeing here tonight, my friend.
Definitely some spicy meals right now these men are cooking up.
Grant Watts looking for another suplex, but Tino evades into the waistlock. Maybe thinking another German suplex. Big power slam from Watts. Still only a 2 against Tino.
Grant Watts powering back up, he's feeling it.
Another suplex, twisting in midair, lateral press. But Tino manages to survive. You know, we talk a lot about not disappointing the hometown faithful, the Skyfire Pro, Lucha Libre, Greater San Diego faithful. How about New Japan officials? Because you gotta think, if you're a graduate of NJPW Academy, you have New Japan officials eyeing you, potentially for a future spot in the Strong Survivor Showcase. CJ Tino and Grant Watts knows. Hold on. Cover! Tino looking to steal it, Watts looking to do the same. Back and forth we go. Watts takes him down. Unique pin. Reversed by Tino. This one is fast and furious, almost too quick to call, Ario.
Teetering on the edge right now. All it takes is just one more second on the ground for either of these men.
Talking about on the ground. Watts is there. But Tino lifts him up, only to deposit him once again, but Watts not going to give him satisfaction.
Like we were saying, Jordan Castle, these men looking at your New Japan Pro Wrestling, trying to train, and eventually, maybe one day, you can get signed for New Japan.
Oh my gosh, what a pin! Rolling through, not a pin, not a pin, not a pin, a German suplex! And a victory!
Your winner, CJ Tino!
Tino said he was going to cook. He did exactly that, cooking up a victory here tonight over Grant Watts. The final stretch of that match got so fast and furious I could barely finish my thoughts, but as I was saying, no doubt the eyes of NJPW officials on this contest, and no doubt the eyes firmly placed on CJ Tino after a victory tonight over fellow NJPW Academy graduate. Touching moment between these two men. They've gone through so much, not just tonight, but over the course of the past 3 months, chasing a dream, betting on themselves, and now coming to fruition, both of them blossoming into better professional wrestlers. Tino pointing towards the sky, and that's where they're headed. Only upward trajectory for both of these fine young athletes.